Hello everyone, I'm Dan Philgreen, and this is Shell Point Today for Thursday, November 13th. On today's show, kayaking at Shell Point is easier and safer than ever. We take a look at the new Kayak safety launch. Plus, a new season of concerts gets ready to kick off this month at the Village Church. And you can help, and how you can do that, it's coming up. And making the holidays brighter for the incredible staff here at Shell Point. But first, Shell Point's own theater begins its 10th season of performances tonight in the Village Church. The Spot Play Readers have been rehearsing for months, and they are ready to bring you their 21st show, Don't Mention My Name. It gets underway tonight at 7:15 in the Village Church on the island. Also tonight, the Stargazing group gets back together after a long summer break. Join them as they gather together at the Buttonwood Room at the Woodlands for an informational video at 7, followed by stargazing outside. And for those of you who have signed up for the 11th annual Shell Point Charity Golf Tournament, it gets underway tomorrow morning, bright and early at 7:30 a.m. with breakfast at the Shell Point Golf Club. Golfing begins with a shotgun start at 8 o'clock, followed by lunch and plenty of great prizes. And due to the overwhelming interest, this year's tournament is full. And as many of you know, Shell Point recently launched a new Friends and Family page on the resident website, shellpoint.net. The page is a great way to help your friends and family members stay connected with Shell Point. There are event photos, links to the magazine, links to our show, and even a link to the new Shell Point gift card. To get your friends and family members connected with the new page, visit shellpoint.net/friendsandfamily and click the share button to share the site. You will be prompted to enter the email addresses of those who you wish to include. If you prefer to communicate through traditional mail, you can visit either service desk to request these informational postcards that can be mailed to the recipients of your choice. For more information or to sign up for any of the activities we've talked about today, stop by the Island Service Desk at the Resident Activity Center on the island or call them at 454-2282 or the Woodland Service Desk at 454-2054. With many canals and waterways twisting and turning just off of the Shell Point property, kayaking is a great way to see the beauty of our area. And now, kayakers can do that much easier and safer with the new Kayak boat launch.
We had a low dock system here. There was just a lower wooden dock, and the dock was rotted out underneath. It needed to be taken out and replaced. And I did some research, and we found this AccuDock safety launch type of a floating dock system, and it just looks so much safer, and eventually will be easy for the residents to be using to get in and out of their boats. When the water level comes up, the dock comes up, and the water level goes down, the dock goes down, so it's always going to be even with the water rather than having a big drop down with depending on the tide. So it's brand new, and they're getting used to it, and they're doing real well so far.
Well, it was good. I got in it fine, and I got out fine. I felt the kayak was a little unstable, a little light, but I think the ramp is great. It's a great feature, and it was nice to see all the different ways you could use it.
Well, it's something new, and we all have a little reluctance to try something new. I think it'll work out.
Well, I think it took a little bit of learning, and so I'm learning a lot about it. I'm glad the gentleman came from the Stereo Outfitters today, and he helped us greatly, and I think that we're going to like it once we get used to it. I think it's a good thing for a lot of people.
So thank you very much.
So everybody should come out and try the kayaking. It's great fun. If you don't have a boat, I suggest that you come on some of the kayaking trips that we offer through Resort Services on occasion and see if you like it. And then once we got you hooked, then you can get a boat and come on down and use the launch with the weekly kayak group.
Many of you take full advantage of all the shows and concerts that are available at Shell Point. Internationally recognized artists perform for you throughout the year. But getting these talented people and shows to Shell Point takes a lot of work, and it takes your help. Resident Kate Sullivan of Eagles Preserve is here now to explain how you could be part of getting these amazing shows to Shell Point.
Hi, I'm Kate Sullivan. For the 6.5 years I've lived in Eagles Preserve, I've enjoyed attending the concerts presented for us through the Fine and Performing Arts series, as well as the Concert and Conversation series. In fact, I had the opportunity to sit on the advisory board for these concerts. Members of the committee meet with staff to discuss what concerts will be performed and what performers will be presented, talk about pricing for tickets, and how to offer packages of tickets in a way to make it more affordable for the greatest number of our residents. It is remarkable to me that we are able to bring the caliber of performers we've seen in past years and will see in the coming season. If you follow offerings in other concert venues in the region, you may have noticed that they are having to choose between raising ticket prices or bringing in lesser quality shows. Not only can we choose from a wide variety of music types and performers right in our own community, but we have not been asked to pay more for tickets. Pretty great in this economic environment, right?
To smile until I smile you.
In the program books provided at other venues, you will see pages and pages of donors, individual donors, corporate donors, concert sponsors, and my personal favorite, anonymous donors. It is a time-honored tradition that people will donate to support the concerts that are meaningful to them. People sometimes ask why donations are needed if tickets are sold, and that seems like a fair question. But I know from my experience with the Charlotte Symphony Orchestra and from concert series I've arranged at my community in Port Charlotte that ticket prices don't cover all the costs associated with putting a production on the stage. So I invite you to make a tax-deductible contribution and become a friend of the arts at Shell Point. Whatever amount you care to send will be appreciated and used to offset the costs over and above what is covered by the ticket sales. Please send your check made out to Shell Point Retirement Community with the notation Friend of the Arts on the memo line and send it by campus mail to Dawn Boren. Or, if you prefer, you can drop off your check at either service desk and then your name will appear on the donor page of our program. On behalf of all music lovers here, thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you at your concert series.
The Employee Christmas Gift is a time-honored Shell Point tradition. Each year, the residents contribute to the gift in order to help make the holidays even better for the hardworking and dedicated staff. Employee Christmas Gift Campaign Chairman Dick Wright and committee member Barbara Whitton are here to explain how you can take part.
Hello. We're here today to discuss the 2014 Employees Christmas Gift. This is Barbara Whitton.
Hello.
Barbara lives in Oakmont in the Woodlands. I'm Dick Wright, and I live in Mockingbird in Eagles Preserve. Barbara and I are on this year's Employee Christmas Gift Committee. We're half of the committee. The other half members are John Burden of Lakewood and David Marriott of Spoonbill. Barbara and I are pleased to be able to speak with you today to answer a few questions that we frequently are asked about the Employees Christmas Gift. Barbara, let's try some of the questions and get started right away.
Good.
We receive many questions from people everywhere we go, and people phone us too. one of the questions we get all the time is this an employee-run program or is it a Shell Point run program?
Oh, we do get asked that a lot, Dick, and it is a resident-run program and has been from the very beginning, totally resident-run.
That's important to hear. Shell Point is a no tipping place and no gifts, so this is our one chance to pay back the employees who do extraordinary things for us. And it's sure good. I think it's a great policy that we don't tip all the time or don't try to out-tip each other to get better services.
Yes.
I think it's a great idea.
Yes.
People ask, how do I give to this program? When do I give to this program? And where do I give it?
Well, this is a good point because now is the time to give. Absolutely. Our cutoff date to give is December 5. And if you feel up to it, today's a great day to send your check in because the cutoff day is it is totally honored and it will not go into the fund if it is not received by or before the 5th. Make your check out to Shell Point, but in your memo line, be sure to put for Employees Christmas Fund. That's vitally important. Another way to give, of course, is to have it deducted or added on to your monthly maintenance bill. A small amount each month helps. But if you haven't done that, now is the time to make that check.
Right, and you send it to the accounting department of
The
Shell
accounting
Point.
department, the financial department, it will get to the right place.
It will. I get telephone calls, and I'm sure you do too. And people stop you and say, okay, what's an appropriate gift? How much do I give? And I say, my answer is always whatever you're comfortable with.
Yes.
But then they ask a second question every time.
Yes.
Well, give me some guidelines.
Yes.
So what do you answer to that?
Well, my answer is that your financial comfort level is how you answer it, and you can break it down 10 cents a day, which and Dick has done the math on that, and $1 a day. Just the most important thing to remember is what you are comfortable giving. Some people are comfortable giving larger amounts. Some people struggle to give a very small amount, but a very small amount adds up, and it really does make a difference to our wonderful employees.
That's very well said. And what I do say sometimes is about 10 people a day touch me. They do something for me. They clean my front porch. They wash down the doors of the elevator. They make sure there's nothing on the sidewalk for me to trip on. They clip the bushes. I would say 10 people a day touch me. If I gave each one a dime tip every day, that would be $365 a year I'd be giving.
Well, that's a great way to look at it, Dick.
If I gave them a quarter, it'd be $1,000. So
yeah, a great way.
It's a good way to look at it because if we were tippers here, if we were doing that,
we're so fortunate that we are not tippers. This is the best way to do it, friends.
People say, well, is this really important for the employees? Do they look forward to this?
Well, I challenge you to look at the next employee that you come across who's been here more than a year. Ask them what the employee Christmas gift means to them. And I will promise you their smile will be so big and their eyes light up. They are so grateful. It is so meaningful to each and every one of them.
Well, the committee thanks you very much. We've answered the questions that are most frequently asked. And now's the time to think about giving and helping all the folks who work here 365 days a year, really to make our lives nicer and easier and safer. You only have a few more days to give. Thank you for your generosity and your thoughtfulness.
Yes, thank you.
Have a good Christmas.
Thank you.
Now it's time to cover all of today's happenings, Academy news, menus, and Village Church connections.
Welcome to the happening segment of Shell Point TV. I'm Bev Chandley, and this is Mary Franklin, and we're going to tell you what's going on here at Shell Point today. We're starting bright and early with Bend, Breathe, and Balance. That's in the Health Club on the island. At 8 o'clock, we have the Men's Golf Association at the Shell Point Golf Club. Also at 8 o'clock, we have round-robin doubles tennis at the Woodlands Tennis Courts.
The Paddlers Club will be going out at 8:30 for their weekly trip. They gather at the Kayak storage facility. Then at 9:15, we have the shuffleboard going on at the shuffleboard courts. Current events will be discussed in the game room of the Woodlands at 9:30, and the ladies' match play tennis will be at 9:30 as well. Our last 9:30 activity today is Samba, the card game. That'll be in the stable room of the Woodlands. At 9:45, we have a Health Connections class. This is quick and healthy cooking tips. That'll be in the Social Center. And then we have our introduction to beginning line dancing in the Health Club at 9:45. From 10 to 12 and 2 to 4, we have the photo gallery and studio open for tours. 10:15, we have basic line dancing in the Health Club. Also at 10:15, we have the poetry group. They'll be in the tarpon room down in the tunnel. Our Suzy boat goes to shopping and sandwiches at Cape Harbor at 11 o'clock, and sign up is required at the island greeter's desk. Now here's Mary for the afternoon lineup.
At 12:45, the game of Mahjong will be played in the library lounge on the island. 1:15, you can go to the Butterfly Garden Committee meeting at the Butterfly Garden, or join in on the game of shuffleboard outside the Resident Activity Center. 1:30, Health Connections Aqua Pilates stretch at the LifeQuest Aquatic Center. And yes, Christmas cantata rehearsal will take place today at 2:30 in the choir room. Just a few more weeks to that wonderful presentation. 2:45, Health Connections Balance and Mobility Training, Level 2 in the Health Club on the island. At 4 o'clock, the seamstress will be here for her weekly service. She will meet you in the Osprey room on the island. Alcoholics Anonymous meeting takes place at 4:30 in the Sable room. And if you enjoy the game of bocce, head indoors to the Health Club on the island, because that's where they'll be playing at 4:30. 6:30, Pinochle will be played in the library lounge. And at 7 p.m., the Stargazing group will be meeting in the Buttonwood room at the Woodlands. Also at 7, Trailblazers Bible Study group meets in the game room of the Woodlands. And at 7:15, a special presentation takes place tonight at the Village Church. It's a spot performance, Shell Point's own theater. Don't mention my name. Come and see this wonderful performance by our very own residents here at Shell Point. It is most definitely going to be a wonderful time. Well, that's it for our Thursday activities. We look forward to seeing you back here so we can wrap up all of the weekend's activities. Have a great day.
Hi, I'm Terry Kolath with your Academy information for Thursday. At 1 o'clock, our Mahjong Basics class continues in the Arbor second floor country kitchen at the Woodlands. And at 2 o'clock, our iPad Tips and Techniques class continues in the Oak Room of the Woodlands. We have a new class coming tomorrow. Those of you who have signed up for Academy on the Go will take off for Otsego Bay Marine Science Center.
Menus for Thursday, November 13th. In the Crystal Room, the platter is General Tso chicken with steamed rice and stir-fried vegetables. For dinner, it's the Crystal Carving Board for $13.95. The soup is black bean. In the Island Cafe at lunchtime, it's the Turkey Club sandwich with chips for $7.25. And at dinner, it's Thai night for $8.25. The Palm Grill has grilled ribeye for $19.95 and stuffed pork loin for $13.95. All menus are available 24 hours a day at shellpoint.net.
This is Captain Hawkins speaking. Welcome aboard hilAIRious Airlines Flight TVC 715. Crew, prepare the cabin for departure.
Captain, some of our passengers are missing. Carol Burnett is not yet on board.
Co-pilot, contact the tower and inform them that we will be delayed.
This is hilAIRious Air Flight TVC 715. We're having a delayed departure.
Mechanical?
No, Carol Burnett is not yet on board.
Copy that.
Carol's not the only missing passenger. Woods, Randall, is also missing.
Can't fly without Randy. He's our key boarding person. Who else is missing?
Tim Conway and Harvey Corman are not yet in their seats.
Are Tim and Harvey flying first class?
You know, I can't tell you that. HIPAA violation. You have no need to know where their hips are seated.
Does anyone know where Tim and Harvey are?
They
are at the gate, but they are wondering if it's safe to fly on an airplane this old.
Well, how do they think that this plane got to be that old? Tell them to get on board.
hilAIRious Air Flight, TVC 715. What's holding you up?
The wheels in our struts.
Right. What's causing the delay?
Bob Newhart is not on board.
Well, let me know when Bob Newhart shows.
Okay, I'll check the reruns.
A head flight attendant, is everyone on board now?
David Pavey just arrived. He thought he was flying on British Airways, but he's here now. Says he woke up on the wrong side of the pond. Janice Quinlan just buzzed in. Busy as a bee, that Janice.
Captain, didn't you fly in the big war?
I did. Personally caused the destruction of 7 aircraft.
Wow! That makes you an ace.
Well, don't get too excited. Only 2 of them were theirs.
Oh.
A flight attendant, what's the passenger status?
Mostly upset, impatient, and irritable.
Who isn't here?
Sue Stranahan just got seated. She had a hard time getting her cat Spartacus through security. It took 3 agents to do the cat pat-down.
Is Glenda on board?
In a minute, just as soon as she finishes organizing the FAA. Glenda will get here when she gets her clipboards and binders through security.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard hilAIRious Air Flight TVC 715. We want to thank you for giving us the business while we take you for a ride. The weather at our destination is 78 degrees, winds from the south with broken clouds. The clouds should be fixed by the time we arrive. When we reach our cruising altitude, I am going to switch the seatbelt sign off. You can then feel free to move about as you wish, but please stay inside the plane till we land.
Now this time, please turn off all your electronic equipment. Randy, don't make me tell you again. To operate your seatbelt, insert the metal tab into the buckle and pull tight. It works just like every other seatbelt. And if you don't know how to operate a seatbelt, you probably shouldn't be out in public unsupervised.
hilAIRious Air Flight TVC 715 is ready for departure. Request permission for pushback and engine start.
Permission granted. Proceed to activate team number 1 for takeoff.
Proceeding to activate team.
hilAIRious Air Flight TVC 715. Bear left. Disabled aircraft on right.
I see the disabled aircraft, but I sure don't see the bear on the left. Captain, we're cleared for takeoff.
Roger that. Beginning takeoff roll.
When do we arrive?
Wednesday, November 19, 7:15 p.m. at the Village Church. Carol Burnett, Harvey Korman, Tim Conway, Bob Newhart, and a mystery guest will be here along with the church staff, and we'll be putting on quite a show. We might even have some leftover pretzels or peanuts for those who come early.
Could you repeat that? Because if I don't write things down, I just don't remember.
Wednesday, November 19, 7:15 p.m. at the Village Church.
I want to thank you all for flying with us. If you enjoy your flight, remember, you are flying with hilAIRious Air. If you don't enjoy your flight, remember, some folks just call us Delta.
We're glad you joined us for today's show. Tune in tomorrow when we head over to Shell Point's newest neighborhood, the Estuary, as we are just weeks away from the first people moving in. Until then, this is Shell Point Today for Thursday, November 13th. I'm Dan Philgreen, and from all of us here at Shell Point TV, we hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again tomorrow.